The Omnic Weekly. Welcome everyone. It is Saturday, May 2nd, and this is episode 194 of the Omnic Weekly. We're getting so close to 200 that I'm actually getting nervous. I'm a little bit scared. But I'm D, aka Damesies, and I'm joined today by Akila.
Hello.
Hey Akila. Akila had her 5th anniversary on Twitch yesterday, a whole thing. Very big celebration. We enjoyed the hell out of that. And we have Pog.
Good morning. It's very early for me. Hello.
Yeah, everything is going to be. He is sipping his coffee. We're recording this at a really weird time. Let me just first say before we continue that Frozen couldn't join us today because she had other stuff to do. She basically is kind of sick and tired talking to me. She's like, nope, not doing this. So she's doing other stuff. No, she had like other stuff to do. So sadly, she's not joining us. But the reason that we're kind of recording in a weird time, or especially for Pog, is because we have a guest today. Now, if you have been on our streams, you know who we actually were going to have as a guest because we couldn't, well, shut up about it. We just always spilled the beans beforehand.
No one told me it was a secret. If you guys don't specifically tell me, you can't say to anyone. I will tell everyone.
Look, it's all fine. It's all fine. I want to introduce you guys to, I hope I'm going to say your last name. I should have asked before we started that I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Khaya Fraites.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, yes, I did it. The voice actors for Sierra, the latest hero for Overwatch. Welcome,
Hi.
Khaya.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome. We're extremely excited to have you on. Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you all?
We're always doing good, except for Pog, who is slowly kind of falling asleep again.
Are we all in different time zones?
We are all. Yeah. We're all making sacrifices today.
There's not like two people in the same time zone right now because the UK and where I live, I'm from Belgium, are also an hour apart. So yeah, we're all in different time zones. But it's the magic of the internet. Yeah. How's life in New York? Oh, man, I want to visit that city one day. I haven't done it. I'm so old yet. I haven't been to New York.
It's good. I just saw Devil Wears Prada 2 today in theaters. And I'm like, yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. I thought it was really good. But it's finally spring.
It's like filmed there too, right?
Anymore. Yeah, it's filmed in the city. It feels like the city. Can't complain.
Oh, that sounds like the
I
life.
can't wait to go back to New York. When I went to New York was 2011. I think like some people weren't born nowadays. And New York's so much fun. And I did a film course there. So there's this thing about filming in the city that you're like, oh, everything's a set. It's amazing.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing about New York, that it just feels, it's a completely different vibe. I've been to a lot of places in the States, but New York, for some reason, keeps escaping me. I don't know why. Wow. I need to make that, it just never really materialized. I'm using the big words today. Listen, did you hear that materialize? But Pog and Akila, how you guys doing?
Pog, you go first. You said that it's dark over there still, so
wait,
it is dark. I've had, I don't know what's going on this morning. It's dark when I woke up. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm very excited for this conversation, though. Yes, hello.
Did you open the blinds?
12 hours ahead?
No, I didn't. It's just the sun's not around yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now how many hours difference is there between, let's say, New York and where you live in Australia? I keep forgetting the city that you live in. I know I'm just messing them up.
5 p.m. I'm 13. No, it's a lot.
Wait, did you say it's 5?
5 in the morning. Pog, at BlizzCon, I'm going to buy you breakfast, man. That is on me. We're going to have breakfast together because this is just. He keeps doing this. I mean, he is a valuable member of this cast, but 5 in the morning. All right, but anyways.
That's an ungodly hour.
Yeah, honestly. I'm so sorry.
No.
He's passionate. He loves it. I mean, that's what we do for the content. That's it. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on. I mean, we've talked to a few of the Overwatch voice actors, and it's always like, I think for every single one that we've talked to, it always felt like well, I'm not going to say an experience. That is kind of a weird way to put it, but we got so much out of it. There's so many different characters, so many different personalities. It's just a blast. So we're looking forward to this. But I'm going to hand the reins over to my lovely colleague, Akila, because otherwise I'm going to start talking about the weather and then we're going to get complaints. So that's
we don't talk about the weather when we have guests. When we don't have guests, we talk about the weather about 20 minutes.
I'm holding myself back. It's going to be okay.
Guys, be here. Let's pretend we're normal. We're not.
No, we're not.
Right. Well, actually, no, but it's a good segue because that you were talking about the other people that we interviewed, and everyone has such a different journey into, like, from people who are big fans of the game and play the game, other people who have been in other games, and we can't wait to hear about your journey. I was saying that just before we started recording, that I'm super excited to get to talk to you so soon after Sierra's release. I remember that I told Deems, he's like, oh, let's talk to Khaya, but Sierra just came out. She must be super busy. And then I started following you, and you released a book. You have a short film in a festival. It's like a Khaya summer, guys. It's Khaya summer. And so, but a lot of our listeners are not familiar with all of the wonderful things that you do and you have been doing. So can you just take us a little bit about through your journey, like how you started acting, how you got to where you are, basically, and the projects you're doing?
Sure, yeah. So I went to school for theater. I majored in theater, minored in English. Went to school. I'm from Virginia originally, and I went to college at George Mason University. And then I graduated in 2019 and then moved to New York City from Virginia in January 2020. And then COVID happened. Oh, yeah, I had like 3 solid months in New York being like, oh, wow, the city's amazing. I'm going to live my Sex in the City life. Like, this is so cool. And then everything shut down.
And the world said no.
Yeah, it's like, no more. And I was also, I would say, living a pretty true New York experience at the time, living in a windowless basement during the middle of COVID. Yeah, I like really wanted to do theater and film. And then because of the pandemic was just like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? Like, how can I like keep acting? And I was always interested in voice acting, but I didn't know really anything about it. I took one class in college where I had to make a little voiceover reel of different voices. So I had like a little 2-minute reel that I just kind of threw up on Backstage. And my dad shipped me a microphone from Virginia because the city hadn't shut down there quite yet. And I just started submitting to projects online from home. I started working with this podcast called Meet Cute that does like short little rom-com stories. And I had done like 1 or 2 of them before the lockdown had happened. And so I was like, maybe if I get a microphone, I could keep working with them and like submit to other things. And then during COVID, I started like posting just like little video, like voice impressions on YouTube of like different, anime. I was watching a lot of cartoons. I had so much time on my hands. I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first time during COVID. Yeah. Yeah. And so I just kind of started doing that. And I think that helped me kind of like realize how much I like voice acting and figuring out like what I could do with my voice. And I just started recording like on a little USB microphone in my closet with my comforter over my head and submitting to any and everything I could find online. I ended up signing with my agency in 2022. I think I freelanced with them for like a year and then I signed with them in 2022. And I'm with Atlas. And then from there, I booked a Taco Bell commercial, and that was my first union gig, and got my SAG card from that, and I was so excited. And then, from there, just like kept submitting, auditioning, doing small little animation projects here and there. And then in 2023, I booked my first Blizzard gig, which was Orwenna in World of Warcraft. And I couldn't talk about it because then we were on a strike.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And so it was just like months and months later, I couldn't talk about all of the like super cool recording sessions I had. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's my first like big video game. I'd done like a couple of like other indie projects here and there, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a big deal. And I was like, we couldn't even like really talk about it for a really long time. And then after that, I worked on Diablo for a quick stint. And then now I'm here doing Sierra. And yeah, it's been a crazy few years. I also have been doing like just like audio books and commercials and like all kinds of VO stuff. And thankfully, since I think I got so lucky in that I started during COVID and I had so much time on my hands to just figure everything out and figure out how to record from home and like where to submit for gigs and like taking online classes and coachings and stuff like that, that I was able to kind of just go for it like full time. And I've been freelancing full time like basically since the pandemic, and that has like given me freedom to like make my own short film projects and write my own little things on the side. And I got to do a play last spring and stuff like that. So I feel very, very lucky, and I'm so excited to be a part of like this incredible Overwatch cast. Everyone is so cool that I've talked to, and everyone's so talented, and I just love how like diverse and unique all of the characters are.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you're saying you're lucky, but you made it happen. If I just hear your story, seriously, you were in a basement somewhere, no windows, with your comforter
no windows.
Over your head. That is.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I definitely like gave myself carpal tunnel because when I wasn't like working, I was just playing Animal Crossing 24/7 all during COVID, and I got carpal tunnel from playing on the Switch.
I heard a lot of people say, literally, they said Animal Crossing got me through the pandemic.
Oh,
yeah, me too.
My girlfriend. Yeah, my girlfriend, same thing. She started making costumes and whatnot just to, I don't know.
Oh, that's sick.
She just did a lot of stuff. She made all of the Overwatch characters like in Animal Crossings and whatnot and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so fun. Oh my gosh.
So
don't make me start again.
It sounds so very New York City. Like you are hustling, man. You've got so many projects, but I feel like that's the lifestyle that people come to New York City with, right? It's like, I'm going to make it work. It's like so impressive. Really cool.
It's very scrappy here. I do love that about New York. I think also that there's so many people that are just like so like wanting to do the same thing and like willing to help each other up, So it just like even makes it more motivating and more fun of just being like, okay, let's make some cool stuff together,
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so much I want to talk about but it's great. Yeah. So can you tell us, if you would like, because I think that you released a book now, and if I'm not mistaken from what I saw on your YouTube, it was a short film first, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I did write the book first, but we made the short film before I released the book. It's just like a contemporary novella, coming of age story about grief. I sadly had a friend that passed in 2021, and so it was kind of like really therapeutic for me at the time to write it, and I like kind of just wrote it without the intention of necessarily doing anything with it. But after I finished it, I was like, maybe I'll like try and pursue it, because like I said, I've been doing audiobooks for a few years now, so I've kind of seen like that side of the publishing process, and I was just like, learning more about it. And then we made the short film as kind of like a little, I guess, kind of like a proof of concept for the book. And that was really cool because we got to like go shoot it where I'm from in Virginia and pull all of our film school college friends together to make it. Yeah, it's like kind of fun to like play with it in multiple formats.
It's great that you can see the publishing side and the acting side and the writing side, and it's like it's kind of really exciting to have these projects that you can bring a lot of your skills together.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that like writing definitely goes hand in hand for acting for me. Like all of that like internal monologue stuff is just like character work,
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that you did some impressions during lockdown, and I saw that on your YouTube. You also had a beginner's guide to voice acting that I loved.
Oh, that's so old.
I know.
I don't even know if it's relevant anymore.
No, but that's exactly why I wanted to bring it up, because there are some tips for being organized as a full-time actor and etc.
Mm-hmm.
And it is from 5 years ago. So if you were to, after 5 years of, like Pock said, absolutely hustling, and it's just like making it happen, what would, if you had advice, I know that that's a big word, but like if you were to give tips now, either for film students or striving actors or aspiring voice artists, like what would you say that your journey taught you in these past 5 years?
I think that like you have to just not be afraid to put yourself out there. I think there is a misconception that like you can't be an actor, you can't be a voice actor if you don't have representation, or if you don't have auditions that are being sent to you, or people that are like out there vouching for you and like sending you stuff. But I think that you just have to kind of keep finding them on your own until you get to that place, you know? Like I think that I was still submitting to like 200 auditions a year without representation, just finding stuff online. And I knew that some of that stuff is because I live in New York and there's just not a lack of work here specifically. But I think that there are definitely ways of just like connecting with people online, like, and just researching and like trying to like put yourself out there and just like let people know like who you are and what you can do, so that like you will start to see some more of those returns and people reaching out and finding you.
I think that is
That's amazing.
I think it's a common story with a lot of the voice actors that we've heard, like that same kind of, you know, starting from, well, in your case, it was because of the pandemic, but other people are just, you know, very young, kind of inspired by television series or whatnot, and just doing it and building it and just grinding basically. And at some point, all the work that you put in, everything that you put in will kind of give it back to you. It will bring something up. It will kind of allow you to evolve. So I think that
definitely. And you never know like who's in your corner, who's rooting for you. Like I ended up with my agency because a director at a podcast referred me, and then they emailed me to set up a meeting. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this is like, you know, that's your foot in the door. And then you gotta have to like just keep working so you kick it open.
And I also love that you mentioned New York, because one of my memories that I have is that we were going to do a student short film. It was something really tiny, no budget for all that old story, and we needed like some extras. And they said, "Oh, just post on this publication that is for free that people leave in this place." And in like you post like, "This is not paid. We just need someone to stand here for like 3 hours." And it's for a short film. And we had like 50 people sign up in 3 days.
Like, New Yorkers are hungry, that's for sure.
It's that thing. They're like, this might be my door. I'm going to be there. Yeah. And that's amazing. Yeah.
And maybe it is, you know, maybe
it is.
You never, you really never know.
Yeah. You need to play the game to win the game, basically. That's it. You need to participate. Otherwise, if you're just going to stand on the sideline, there's nothing that is going to change and happen.
Yeah, I think that's also why I decided to like release my book like right now. Was like, well, I wanted to release it on my birthday. My birthday is April 17th, which is funnily enough Sierra's birthday also.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I love that. She's an Aries queen.
We love that.
But yeah, I was just like, I think I've just gotten to a point with myself where I'm just like, okay, like you lose nothing by releasing it. Even if like nobody reads it, or like only one person reads it, then one person read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes like you just have to do stuff for yourself. I was like, if nobody reads it and I make this book and I buy a copy and it's on my bookshelf, it still exists.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're happy with it, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And I love that you mentioned earlier, and Dee picked up on it, that it was like you said, well, I had just moved to New York and then COVID happened and I was locked in the basement. And then I had just booked this big video game and then the strike happened and then I couldn't talk about it. And then, but you said like, I was so lucky. So I love that. It feels to me, please correct me if I'm wrong, because Sierra has a really upbeat attitude as well. She's like, I feel that in her voice line, she has this joy and everything is just so exciting. It feels.
Yeah.
Do you feel like what do you have in common with Sierra as a character, and what are like the main similarities and the main differences you think?
Ooh.
Apart from being an Aries queen, cherry and birthday.
Yeah, I think I am a pretty bubbly person. Most of the time, everyone has their moments.
You're an Aries after all, so
yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm really like a Virgo, except that I like cry all of the time. And so then I get less done because I'm crying all of the time. Happy tears, sad tears, just generally
tears.
Generally crying, just generally tears, yeah. But I think that like Sierra, like she really cares a lot about like her family, like if you saw the motion comic, she's like her main goal is to like find out what happened to her mom, because obviously they're like very, very close, and I think I definitely connect with that, and I think that Sierra would probably be described as like the mom friend, and that's definitely me. I'm definitely the friend that's like, have you eaten dinner? Like I think that's how she like I think that she can be commanding and serious and in charge, but I think she also just like wants to have fun and like take care of everybody. I think she's definitely probably braver than I am, but
different circumstances in the end.
Yeah, different circumstances. And then she's also from like Virginia. I'm also from Virginia. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, but my mom is from like the Blue Ridge Mountains, like Wytheville area, and my mom is super, super Southern, and so is my grandma, and so I think that I definitely like stole some things from my family to like, make her voice and even her personality. I would say that her personality is a lot like my mom too. My mom is very bubbly and over the top sometimes, but always well intentioned.
That's nice. That's nice. Because that was the follow-up question I had. Like, is this someone that you channel? Because I listened to some of like snippets of your audiobooks and whatnot to kind of get an idea of what you've done, and I noticed that your voice, like just talking like this, there is a difference between Sierra and Khaya. Like, it makes a lot of sense, of course, but clearly I can tell when you're doing Sierra that you're channeling someone. I was wondering who, and now we got the answer. I didn't even have to ask. Beautiful. Like your mom and your grandma.
Yeah, that's my mama.
I got to say, I love that. I was so charmed immediately by that whole, I don't know what it is. I'm European, I'm Belgian, I'm not from the States, so I don't but just that vibe, that whole Southern vibe in that voice that immediately charmed me. So it's your mom and your grandma that kind of went channeled there. Nice.
Definitely. I think when I'm like hanging out with them, I'm like more Southern for sure. Oh, yeah. But my dad's side is like from the Caribbean, so it's a completely different. Different vibe, different accent. Yeah, definitely a code switch situation. But yeah.
You mentioned that like she's got Sierra has a Virginia background. I wonder like how much of that is a collaboration, or did that come together with your background, or was that already like set? I'm curious to sort of like how the character came together, knowing like with you.
Well, I think the idea is that Sierra like moved around a lot because of her mom being afraid of like, so I think her accent really is kind of an amalgamation of things that she's picked up like from the different cities and places that she's lived in, and also just her mom herself. I don't know like why they landed on Virginia. I don't know if it had anything to do with me, but that would be kind of cool. But I think for the mom, like in the motion comic, I did her voice and I was like trying to make her sound a little bit more mature and motherly. And I think I was like a little inspired by Nikanoni Rose, who does Princess Tiana, and she's, you know, a character from Louisiana, and she's got that like gorgeous like Southern drawl. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's kind of like a mix of things and places.
Actually, that was one of my questions that I think kind of goes well with this, which is like, how was the process to book Sierra? But from that point of view, like, how much were you told? Did you see a visual? Because we interviewed Connor last, and he said in other interviews, "Oh, I never saw a visual." And then when we asked this on the podcast, he's like, "Oh, let me get the email." He's like, "Oh, there's a picture here." So he had seen a visual of Hazard, but he had forgotten he had seen a visual. So we don't really know if he opened the visual.
Yeah,
come on, Akila. He was kind of put on the spot right there. And now you're going to do it the second time. Next episode, bam, there we go again, Connor.
Connor, are you listening?
I'm sorry, Connor. I'm sorry.
No, but I am very curious to know, like, how much were you told before, like maybe at audition level? How much were you told also, like, after you booked the gig? It's like how much of the lore and everything. So because I'm very curious also as a writer, like how you build your character, being given kind of snippets of it, because I know they also have plans that they haven't released yet and so on. So can you talk to us a little bit about how the process of being Sierra came about?
Okay. I did see a visual. And I remember she had like pink hair from the beginning, like the braids. And I was like, that's very cool. What they gave for the audition about her voice is that her accent was quote unquote like Southern, like city Southern. So I was thinking like more like Atlanta. And I think that like off just initial vibes, I thought that she was like a little bit more uptight and serious, I think. Just from like, you know, the lines and stuff. And so I think that I gave a little bit more of an intense audition. But I guess it was, you know, good enough for a callback. And then I did a callback in person in December. And then they showed me like the in-game visuals, and I was like, oh, whoa, like this is so cool. And they gave me a little bit more background about like her vibe and like how bubbly she is. And we kind of like figured out together like in the callback like where we wanted her to sit vocally, like pitch-wise. And I think that helped a lot. And then after that, I was just like, okay, like we can just like have fun. Like she's real cool. And then we did that in December, and then I think I found out in January that I booked it, and then we've basically been like recording like all the months leading up to her release.
Oh damn!
Like once or twice a week.
That's a short track. That is really short.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool. I also like didn't know. I don't remember if I knew what it was for or not, because sometimes you don't know. I knew it was Blizzard. Yeah.
Sometimes they give a code name for the game.
So I was like, I don't remember or not if I knew it was Overwatch or if it was just like a code name, and I was like, oh, who's this cool character with pink hair? But yeah, and I don't know if like maybe they changed it from like more quote unquote Southern city vibe to just like more Virginia or like I don't know.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely take into account like if they find someone where they feel like, oh, this kind of works, because you can. Yeah. If you build a character like that as a writer, you can have this idea, but then suddenly you run into someone that puts down that personality in a way that kind of snaps. It all kind of comes together. I think as a writer, at that moment, you just need to say, all right, that's it. That's where we're going with, because, you know, sometimes fate just takes over. So,
yeah, for sure. And I think that like in just like the recording process, like they were so open to like trying things and being like, if there's a line that doesn't feel right to you, or if you don't think it feels right for the character, like feel free to change it or try something else, and just like adding my own little embellishments here and there, you know.
Yeah, a lot of ownership for the characters. That is definitely a thing, yeah. Because in the end, I think you notice really quickly that once you voice an Overwatch character, that whole community is just like, hi. Like saying that their arms open, like welcome to the family. The voice actors community, creators, all of us. It's. I'm starting to think it's like a big cult, but I don't know. I'm part of it, so I'm just going to shut up.
Hashtag
so
not a
cool.
cult.
Not a
I got
cult,
to
exactly.
meet I got to meet Lucy already, who's Mercy, because we live
guys
like close.
Did each other's lines, didn't you?
Yeah,
Outlines.
she's
It
so
was
sweet. She was the first one to reach out and was like, "You're in New York. Let's get coffee." It's like, oh my gosh! And then yeah, we both like live not too far from each other, so it was perfect.
Oh, nice neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the OGs. I love that they like. You can see that the old generation and new generation, there's like a relationship there, and they basically. I mean, there was an event lately that also probably helped a lot, and that we got to see the pictures. But it's beautiful to see the relationship between the different voice actors. But so because of the short track that you had, were you because from my own experience, I know they probably already showed off behind the scenes. They showed off Sierra at the Spotlight event. So for you, that must have been like a really short rush of just like, and suddenly they're announcing the character and everybody's like, yay!
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
A little roller coaster ride. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in like, I don't know, like I've gotten messages from like, high school friends and, just like people that I haven't talked to in so long being like, oh my God, I just heard your voice. Like, that's so crazy.
Must be interesting for your friends to just be playing the game and suddenly go, wait, is that Khaya?
Yeah.
Is that Khaya?
Or people sending me clips of Doja Cat playing as Sierra. It's like, that's insane. Like, that's so crazy to me.
The wonderful world of voice acting for Blizzard. You just end up in the weirdest places.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to slide in a few questions because I'm a huge Diablo fan and a big World of Warcraft fan. I knew somewhere that you did do the voices, but what voice did you do for Diablo? I knew for World of Warcraft, but for Diablo?
I did a character called Una in the season of the Witch.
Oh.
Season of Witches. I don't know if this is like spoiler, but it was a short stint.
If it's spoiler, you need to let me know, then I'll cut it out. We don't want you to get in trouble.
Okay, well, she does not survive very long, unfortunately.
It's a spoiler for the players.
I do have a friend who played and was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then literally 2 days later, you died?
Yeah, that's what they mean with the short stint. It's just, it happens.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is amazing. Did you ever play World of Warcraft or Diablo yourself?
No, I haven't. I've just sometimes I just watch people play on TikTok Live or on YouTube and stuff.
You play Overwatch?
I attempted to play the tutorial. And
oh no.
How did that go?
I do not have the coordination. It's just not there. It's not built in. I cannot. I'm like, you have to walk and look around at the same time. It's impossible. I don't know how you do it. I'd rather just watch and not make a fool of myself. Mad respect to all of you. You're literally geniuses to me. I cannot figure it out.
Honestly, I know how you feel. Really. Because Overwatch was the first game, I don't know why I decided to start, that I started playing with mouse and keyboard. And I had that exact feeling. Wait, I need to walk and move the camera at the same time.
And then they're shooting at
you. What do you want about? Yeah, it's a steep learning curve, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I think me and my college friends are gonna plan till they're gonna play and I'm gonna watch on FaceTime.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Not everybody needs to be playing the game. No, it does require some, and I mean, like all of the people here, I can say that, right? In the cast, we're not the best players either, so it's all fine. We just play to have fun. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And Sierra is not an easy character to start out with either. I mean, you don't.
I've heard.
Yeah, no,
oh, man.
Once you get the hang of it,
I've embarrassed myself as Sierra many times. But what we can talk about though is especially I'm gonna call out the writer again because I love that. I love that she writes.
It's fine.
But it's because but you also you also love lore, and I'm interested in Kaya's opinion, because obviously we also all have read the comics, saw the cinematics and all the things. And I'm curious what you'd hope, with what you can say, if you can say anything, that where you hope Sierra's storyline goes, because I think she's such a lovable character from the start, but also she has some sorry if you guys hear my cat in the background. I apologize. But she also has like a very interesting storyline, but at the same time a storyline that is very, very deeply connected with Overwatch core lore of like the super soldiers and stuff. And even regardless if you know that lore or not, you know Sierra and what she's looking for. And from what you can say, where are you yourself hoping that like, oh, it would be really cool if this or that happens to Sierra, or if it goes in that or that direction?
I don't know too much. I know a little bit, but I hope that she finds her mom. And I just want to know like more about like her mom's like background. I hope we get to figure out more about that. But I think Sierra's got a lot of fun stuff coming, I think.
That's code for it. That's all I can say in front of the Blizzard Ninjas.
Very understandable.
We call them the Blizzard Ninjas. They are always watching.
There's definitely people listening, so we completely appreciate that or understand that you can't say too much. But I do think Sierra is a very interesting character. Like Akila said, she's very tied into the main lore, and there is a lot of mystery involved, and it's kind of pushing the whole Overwatch lore. Because, I've been talking about the Overwatch lore. Well, the first years I was complaining there wasn't enough, and now I'm just like, there's so much! Oh my God, there's so much! And I'm constantly making videos about it. But they're kind of taking this in a new direction, which is going to be extremely interesting. And for you, it's going to be, in my opinion, if everything that I think is going to happen very... Well, it's going to be a lot of fun for you to kind of take part in that. So looking forward to see where that's going.
Do you have, from the lines that we have known, do you have a favorite line? Because I immediately fell in love with Sierra. I shamelessly messaged Khaya about it. I was like, when I heard Sierra in the first trailer before she came out, killing Farah ulti and say, we get it, girl, you have rockets. I was like,
I love that one.
I love this woman already. What are some of your favorites?
That's definitely a favorite line. I think it's just so snarky and funny. And then I love the keep them coming, baby, because that one was a fun one. Where I was like, the line was like, just keep them coming. And so I was like, can I add a baby on the end of that one? Because I just feel like
it just feels right.
Feels more her. It feels right. I really like that one. But she has a lot of funny ones like you ever touch grass.
That one. It cracks me up every single time, because if it happens, I'm streaming, I'm playing the game, I've been sitting there for 3 hours, and she says something like that, I feel like personally targeted. I'm going to be honest, but it's such a good line.
I know someone who's obsessed with that line. Literally.
She's so funny. The writers really did a good job. Like I have so many favorites, I think.
But it's interesting. Sorry. It's so interesting that you said that you asked the permission to add the baby, because it feels so natural. It fits. It's such a perfect fit for that.
It feels like her.
yeah, exactly.
No, I was going to say something very similar. Like, I think it's really cool, this feedback, that you are given room to explore the character and to propose things and to propose lines and things that feel right. Because I think that really brings a character to life, because sometimes if writers are too stuck, like, no, it has to be like this. And it's so much more... It gives so much more life when it is collaborative, because then everyone has the same view of a character, I think. Yeah. So and Sierra does feel really, this sounds like a silly word, but alive from the beginning, you know what I mean? Like a real person.
Thanks. Yeah, that's like so important to me. And I saw somebody had tweeted like, Sierra sounds like me and my friends, and that made me so emotional because I was like, yes, that's what I want. She sounds like my friends too. Like,
is there a voice line you would love to add if you could? And this is not a trick question, like.
Oh, you know what? I literally say all the time and have already said on this podcast, period. I think we need a period because, yeah.
Imagine killing someone and just going like, period. I love it.
Exactly.
I just don't like it when you say bless your heart and it's sort of like, oh, there's the Southern, don't take that at face value.
Southern charm. You know what they say? That Southern charm's like smile in your face and spit in your lemonade.
I've never heard that one.
Title of the episode.
Definitely.
I have a small request which you can absolutely say no to. We have sometimes asked other actors to do some other voice lines of either other characters in their character's voice just for comedy purposes. And because I my request, like I said, can absolutely say no, but just because.
Here we go.
And here we go. No, it's not going to be horny. Sorry, Khaya, this is my brand. I don't want to. I'm the horny part of the podcast. Apparently, no regrets. But it's not going to be horny. It's because I love the Farah line so much of the we get it, go, you have rockets. I wanted like a version of that for Hanzo, and it would be something like, we get it, but you got dragons, right? Something, you feel free to like word that however you want. I don't know if you'd say we get it, but or something, but I need something to spite Hanzo.
Okay. We get it, boo. You got dragons.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
I love it. And with that, I'm done. I'm happy.
I love how you just, that's what I love talking to the voice actors is how they switch characters, just like you're just talking to Khaya and suddenly Cher is right there and the boo comes in. The boo, I did not expect the boo.
Yeah, the boo is the cherry at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is. There is a certain part of me that is. Maybe in a previous life, I used to live in the southern U.S., but I have a really good friend of mine that lives in New Orleans. And anytime she starts talking with her accent, I'm just kind of floating away, like just listening. And she can talk for hours. I'll just listen. I don't know what it is.
It's so pretty.
It is
There's
very
something musical about it. There's something that it is really pleasant to just listen to. I need to control myself because otherwise we're going to ask Khaya to do so many voice lines just because I love the accent. I love her voice. I love the character. I love the sass. It's just like, if I would have it my way, but I am better than that, I would be like, let's do one for each character. Let's have Sierra.
No.
Shitting on everyone.
People have things to do. People have things to do, Keela.
I know. I'm happy with the Hanzo one. This is.
Yeah, that is going to end up as a ringtone somewhere for sure.
It will be a thing. What do you call it? Sound alert on stream for sure. Like in 5 minutes, it will be there.
At some point, Akila is just going to have all the different voice lines and all the weird voice lines on the stream. It's just going to be a cacophony of voice lines.
And what a brag would that be? It's just like the voice lines that don't exist in the game, performed by the voice actors themselves. Guys, I can retire. It's like I have done nothing with my life, but I can already retire.
I was actually thinking more of it like you're collecting Pokemon. You're just like the precious or all the little gems are there.
Yeah. Hey, you did the Pokemon project as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did one episode of Pokemon Paldean Winds, which was like one of their YouTube series. Which I was a Pokemon trainer named Carmen from Team Star.
Hey, it's a Pokemon.
Yeah, sorry, I'm too old to get really excited about Pokemon. I'm terribly sorry. I mean, it's not that I totally respect it, but you kind of, Akila, you're expecting me to go really wild about that. But I'll get my girlfriend. She's really crazy about it. No, didn't you get like, oh, it's Pokemon, guys. I mean, Parker's just like, those are the little critters, right? That you put in the balls, right?
guys, I remember when Pokemon first came out on TV. Like, I'm that old. I remember when Pokemon came out and there was Ash and etc. I also saw Jurassic Park in the cinema. So I'm also too old to get excited by some stuff.
I was really, I was waiting for that conversation about Jurassic Park to go in a very different direction. Wait, was she mentioning Jurassic? Is this a stab at me? Is she taking a stab at me?
Is she calling me up?
Yeah.
Right. I do have a couple of Frozen's questions that I must ask before we wrap up, because Frozen did ask me to ask you, Khaya, if there are any collabs you would like to see Sierra be a part of, or any ones that we already have that you'd like Sierra to be a part of. So for example, you mentioned the Avatar, The Last Airbender. There has been a collab that we have skins for Toph, and we have Aang, and we have Appa, and this is a collab that has been. It was one of my favorites. There's been Street Fighter. Is there like another a collab that you'd love to see Sierra in?
Oh, I would love to see K-pop Demon Hunters. That would be so fun.
Surely
and she already has the long hair.
That's coming.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
It's been rumored at least a few times. It's been there's so many people that have
Mizuki's going to be one of the Saja boys. There's so many that fit that.
Yeah.
And you'd have Sierra as Rumi.
Yes. Yeah. She already has the long hair.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool. Yeah, that would be so fun.
Imagine the voice lines that would come out of this. It would be great. And the other question that Frozen had, because I think I covered the other ones, was if you were planning on taking a more active role within the community. She mentions like Hazards and Unrun's voice actors. So Faria was already a streamer before, and Connor said that he started being more active with streaming. From the 1,001 projects that we mentioned that you have, is that something that you have thought about doing, that you'd like to do, or it's too busy right now?
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I would love to like go to like in-person events. I feel like that would be so fun. But yeah, like I don't know. I've never thought about. Yeah, that would be cool. But I don't know. I've never thought about streaming before.
I can imagine. Like you started doing your whole process literally like not even half a year ago. I feel like they threw you in like, and you just kind of, apparently you've been doing that your whole life. I have so much to learn. Yeah, but from your story, that's what you've been doing. You just kind of hit the ground running with everything that you're doing. So kudos to that.
That's true. I try.
Yeah, you make it happen.
Did you get much advice from Lucy when you met her?
Yeah, she was so great and so helpful, and like just telling me like what it's been like for her, and like going to like cons and stuff, and she was like saying how fun they are, and connecting me with like an artist to get Sierra prints made and stuff like that. Like she's been like so kind.
Yeah, that's amazing. Because the cons, there's going to be fans that are going to want to meet you, and there's always going to be people. I mean, you're part of this world now, and it's going to be a train ride or a roller coaster ride again. To kind of go through all of that.
We're going to be chatting with Carolina soon, so I'm sure she'll have so much information for me.
She seems to be the ringleader for all of them.
Yeah.
She's like the one that gathers everyone in Los Angeles a little bit, which is
She's the matriarch. She's just like making sure everybody's well fed. Yeah. She does. But she earned it. She did an amazing job. She like those first generation voice actors, they basically set the tone. And I think Blizzard did an amazing job by selecting, and they still do. Like everybody that they select for these voices are unique personalities that in some way all fit together so well and just click, and they make an amazing community. I've a hard time thinking of another game that has such a beautiful community or such a beautiful cast of voice actors that means so much to the community.
They're from all over too. Like I love that.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to have some exciting stuff. Is there something in your own projects that you're kind of really looking forward to right now that you're like, it doesn't all need to be about Overwatch. We're an Overwatch podcast, but as you might have noticed, we just love to yap and just, about everything that we are also passionate about. Is there anything in your near future that you're really excited about that you want people to know about?
Sure. I have a short film that's doing the festival circuit right now. That's a comedy about voice actors called Narrated By. It's a comedy about two romance novel narrators recording an erotic romance together, but they are exes. And that was like a fun little short to make. And we got to go to Chicago Film Fest and Milwaukee last month, and hopefully some more soon. And then I'm working on another short film right now. And then I have my book out that's called Rip LOL, which is a coming of age story about grief. And I think it's more funny than sad. So at least that's the hope.
And is the best place to find these at your website?
Yeah, you can check out my website at KhayaFraites.com or Instagram and TikTok at Khaya Fraites. All the things.
Because I am very curious about when you said short film about romance, voice actors, and there's spice in it. We're sold. We're sold.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like something in the Kila's ballpark, definitely. But it's like kind of nice that you draw from your own experience to write these stories, to make these stories, to kind of build something, kind of get the whole thing going. And I think
it's kind of fun.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Just draw from your own background. Akila, I don't know if you have any other questions on your mind or Pog.
I think I covered most of the things that I had here for us. Like I said, I have so much to fangirl about and to be like, have you been to this festival and that festival and etc.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. Yeah, I think the listeners will be like, shut up. So
if they can take me talking about the weather, they can take you guys talking about movies and your interest. It's going to be fun.
I mean, fair. I think film festivals are more interesting than what the weather's like in the four corners of the world. Although very important topic for this podcast. But no, I think I covered most of the things that I want to say. Like, I'm very curious. Khaya, I did not know you before Overwatch. And when I looked you up, I was so excited to see how much you have that's exciting apart from Overwatch. I can't wait to see your short films. I could really relate to your background and it being like a writer and a director and doing, in my case, like streaming on the side and this and etc. and dealing with execs. It's like
that's for sure.
it's so exciting. So I can't wait to see what and I joked about like the summer of Khaya has become. I can't wait to see what happens in the rest of the year. But yeah, I would love for us to talk more. But I don't want to run over. So Pog, I will hand it to you now. Yeah, no, we're nearly an hour in, so I was like, but yeah, I just wanted to say it was a pleasure, and it's
likewise.
Like love your work in Overwatch, nice. Sierra. Like I said, immediately, Sierra was one of the first ones that like I fell in love with her in the trailer, because in the trailer I'm always more looking like these abilities are going to be groundbreaking and I hate them already. It's going to break the game. Is this the old? So normally my reaction is more like, no, ban it immediately. We can't deal with it. And Sierra was like, when she said we got rockets, I was like, I want her. She's in. But also, yeah, I can't wait to see what this year brings.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's going to be more, you're brand new to the cast. I'm hoping there's going to be more opportunities that the Overwatch community can get to know you and, just sort of, let them express their joy towards you, because it is a cool community, and I hope you've had good experiences so far. It's been, when we get a new character, it's a very exciting time, and we're getting characters every couple of months now, so it's
that cast is great.
Your time.
I can't wait to see all the other new characters this year. Yeah. But everyone has been so kind, and I feel so grateful.
Did you meet any of the other new characters that were added recently, like Karim, that Emre, or any of the others?
Emery, we chatted a little bit on Instagram, but hopefully I'll get to like real life meet everyone at some point.
Yeah, I mean, BlizzCon is coming up.
BlizzCon.
BlizzCon is coming up.
BlizzCon, guys.
You better
Blizzard
come to
Ninjas.
What do you want? Are you asking us to take? I mean,
No, I'm asking the Blizzard Ninjas.
Okay.
Blizzard Ninjas who are listening. Bring her to.
Are you guys going to BlizzCon?
Me and Paga, yeah, we are going to be there for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you're going, we'll see each other there. But we can't bring someone that is from the States to the States. That's not how it works.
Oh,
That is going to get us in trouble, I think.
You
so
can
please
bring
don't do
her
that.
from New York to LA.
That is true. That's how it's. My plane is going to fly over New York. I'm going to be Khaya, jump in. We're going to LA.
I'll just have to use Dorothy. I'll use Dorothy to attach to the
There
plane.
we go.
True.
Why didn't I think about that? That is perfect. Perfect.
I do have one thing that I need to prepare Khaya for, and it will become a question as well. So Khaya, Pog is a wonderful content creator. And one of the beautiful things that he does is he does a compilation of every character's pain sounds.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. So it's like all the I'm gonna call them moans for no reason when we're freezing and we're being electrocuted and when we're being burnt and all that. And he posts them out of context, which is great. So I'm preparing you because that will happen if it has not already happened.
That's so funny.
And
Be ready, for your efforts to
It'll be like just like I
pulled in all
recorded them
different-
because you basically record all of them back to back to back, and I'm like, this is the funniest job on the planet.
how is it?
Yeah, like how does that work when you're doing? I think that what do you call them in the is it efforts, exertions, or it's like, is that the worst thing to do?
It's not the worst thing. It's just like after a while, I'm like, is this even translating or am I just making noises? Like, does this sound like what it's supposed to sound like or am I just moaning into a microphone?
That's what they call the Pog test. Like the moment that you hear back on Pog's content, you know you did a good job when it ends up in his videos.
I feel like I like took a video at some point of just like all of the noises that I had to record just so my parents think that I do something constructive with my life.
If you send that to your parents,
if that's all they hear,
no, I didn't do it.
They're gonna have a different impression of your job. But I am curious, like, do you get directions for these? Like, how do they just go like freezing sounds? Go.
Sometimes they give directions, like they'll be like, okay, we just like do a shorter one. Okay, now do like a more slow, drawn out death noise. Sometimes they give examples.
I love it.
And sometimes it's just like, okay, now do 3 different ones in a row. And we're like, cool.
If you've been doing like voiceover or like audiobooks for a long time and then you do, well, you had experience with gaming, so you knew it was coming. But can you imagine being like a voice actor and the only thing you've done is like advertisements and audiobooks, and then they're like, okay, now we're going to do a session of you dying. Go. Like, what?
Something kind of funny. Like one of my first video game sessions, I feel like I can talk about this because it's been a long time at this point, and it doesn't really even matter at the end of the day because I did one of my first video game booking things that I did was just an efforts session for a trailer for Arcane. For League of Legends, sorry.
Yeah.
And it was for young Ambessa in the game, and there was like a trailer of like her young, and it was like a music video, and so like it was like all of these like fighting efforts and noises of her like exhausted and tired and like fighting and getting stabbed and all this stuff, and it was literally like 3 hours of me just like making all these noises, and I'm like, this is like so badass, like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And like I'm a big Arcane fan, like of the show, and so I was like, I can't believe it. I'm gonna be like young Ambessa in this trailer. I was like so excited. And it was like such a cool like session. And then when it came out, they cut out all the audio and it's just a music video.
Oh no.
No.
Oh my God.
So if you listen closely and to the very end, you can hear me breathing, and I do like ah at the very end. But I recorded efforts for that entire video, and no one will ever know what it could have been.
That reminds
I
me
was
of
so sad, but
that episode
that was
from
kind of
Friends. Did you ever see that one with Joey? Joey is like in Friends. No, I'm going old school, but the episode of Friends where Joey has this part, and he has his grandma sitting there and all his friends. And then he's like, "Oh, they cut my part out," and his nana is watching the scene. Oh my God!
Yes, except I watched it at home by myself and then never told anyone that I did it because I was so sad.
No, now it's out in the public. So
that was kind of one of my first forays into video gaming voices. So I think coming from that and doing literally a session of just efforts to then, getting to all the fun call out lines that Sierra has, and then doing efforts on the side. It's that's nothing.
I mean, it's an evolution. It's a steady evolution. Who knows? One day we're going to be doing efforts for a really I don't know, like a big movie character or something like that. But the thing I'm thinking about, if I'm doing a very repetitive thing for hours on end, that will creep into when I'm going to bed, and it will just creep into my dreams. Can you imagine doing efforts and then you're going to bed, and in your head, you're probably still, in your dreams, you're still probably doing the same thing. What did these people put you through? But you made it. You made it into something big. Yeah, exactly.
You did say, though, that that's not the weirdest thing that you do as a voice actor. I need to ask, what is that? Oh, no. If making these sounds for 3 hours is not the weirdest thing, I have to ask what is.
Well, I did say I do audiobooks. I do quite a bit of full cast romantasy.
I love that your tone kind of slows down. That we clearly mean what you're talking. Yeah, we get it.
I do a lot of full cast. There's a series called Fourth Wing, the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros, and that's probably
yeah, I get it. Yeah,
it's romantasy.
I totally get it. Especially because
I love it. I love it. It's so. But nothing scares me anymore.
I love it. I know exactly what you mean.
It's so classic for Akila to pick up on that. I mean,
listen,
the rest of us was just kind of completely ignoring that. Akila was like, "I need to know. I need to know."
Listen, the word she used was weird. It's not my fault that he ended up being horny. that is just a lucky coincidence.
There's too many uses of this word horny in this episode. It's been like the 6th time, and we're going to get banned.
No, that's a safe word.
It is.
Right?
It's a podcast. Who cares?
But I had a friend who has a podcast. It's not romantasy, it's high fantasy. But he did send to me and said, "Do not listen to this without headphones because the first episode starts with a scene." And I was like, "Got it." And then I immediately messaged him, "I'm listening to it in the car." And he's like, "What the fuck?" I told you. And,
challenge accepted.
I love that his reaction was like, "You were brought up Catholic, act like it." I was like, "That's exactly why I do this."
Yeah, I think
anyway, thank you.
I think those are things you'll never have to do for Overwatch, at least not for the next decade. So don't worry too much about that. I don't see that.
I will look it up though. I want to support Khaya, obviously.
I think you got a big fan here now. I think. You might have to close your DMs in her direction because there's so many questions coming.
I'm not weird.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Not at all. Look, if you ever get the chance, you need to listen back to the episode where we interviewed Karen, the voice actor for Emre, and you'll hear that she's not weird at all.
You threw me under the bus there, G. That was not on me. That was your fault. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. But Khaya, I think you noticed that all of us really appreciate what you do with the character, what you did. It's been a pleasure to talk to you for this episode and to hear your story. I can't emphasize enough, I've heard you talk about being lucky, and I think all of us have said it at some point during this episode. You don't need to say that you got lucky. You worked for this. You
know.
Yeah, you struggled. You did the stuff too. You basically invested in yourself, and I think that is why you're getting all these results, and you're doing an amazing job. And I'm looking forward. All of us are looking forward to see what is going to come next, both for Sarah and for yourself. And yeah, I hope me and Pog get to meet you. I mean, there's going to be quite a few voice actors there, so at BlizzCon, I hope you get to join in.
I don't know.
We'll send a picture. We'll take a group picture and send it to Akila.
Yes.
Akila.
Photoshop me in. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Photoshop you in. I can do that. That's fine. I can. It would be kind of weird, but if you want that, that's perfectly fine.
Thank you all so much for having me and giving me such a warm welcome. I really appreciate it.
It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure, and I think the rest of the community is going to do the same thing. You're going to be, you're in for a ride. It's going to be amazing. Khaya, thank you very much for being here, and hopefully we'll get to talk and see each other next time. Yes. Pog and Akila, thank you too, guys.
Bye you.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Omnic Weekly. A huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are legends. And you too can join the Omnic Post family over on patreon.com/the Omnic Post. Subscribe to this podcast on whatever channel you are listening or watching this episode. You can follow the Omnic Weekly on Instagram and Twitter. For now, however, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Till next time, bye-bye.